All right, so you want to get climbing up the ladder of success? Well, how you look makes a big difference. Etiquette, grooming, and deportment consultant Angelie Spencer has some great tips for us on how to dress for success. Good morning, lady. You're looking lovely.
Good morning, Lady Simone. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good to talk to you this morning. Boy, this is a very important matter. Etiquette, grooming, and deportment. Very key, especially for women as we navigate this business space and just even personally, right? Angelie, it's not just intending to step into corporate. It's a general theme.
It is a general theme. It's what defines you, because I always like to say to people that you are your own, your image. Your image is you. You are your brand. Your image is your brand. So it's very important, the brand that you project, because we never know who is watching us, when they're watching us, and why they're watching us.
It's a word, girl. So tell me a little bit about what you've seen in the last two years, specifically in these areas. I mean, COVID has taken us out of business places, out of restaurants, out of all sorts of situations where typically we'd have to demonstrate some of this. So have you seen a decline? Or more people reaching out to you to say we need help?
No, actually, there is a decline, absolutely, because there hasn't been a lot of places to go. A lot of people have gone online. So socially, there is definitely been a huge decline in dressing up, in going out.
Yeah.
But certainly in the workplace, that has not changed. That has actually gone online. So it's really for people to just navigate how they do that. And you can't forget, just because you're online, you can't forget how important your image is.
Absolutely.
So you have to show up as if you were live, at least the upper half of you.
Yes, of course, of course. All right, so some main things: we're dressing to impress. We're always putting our best face and foot forward. And we're dressing the way that we want to be addressed.
Love that. That's a very important one for me, yes, because I find in this age where we're trying to move away from being objectified because of the way we look, I think it is our responsibility to remove that from ourselves as well, because I find a lot of women are actually, in essence, objectifying themselves. They're minimizing themselves to the way that they look. And by that, I mean, it can be a strength, but it can also be a weakness. Are you playing up too much sexiness? Like, is your sexiness what you're projecting? Is that all you're selling is your boobs and your curvy shape, as opposed to your brain and your knowledge and your skills and just being reliable and competent? Those are the things that I want people to see. But you can do that while absolutely looking 100% professional, classy, stylish, on trend. You can do all of those things without leaning too heavily towards the other direction. And then there's the opposite that's true, where women in extreme power at the very top tend to dress a little bit too masculine. They're kind of harsh, they're kind of tough, because they want to be taken seriously. But there is a place to soften that and to bring your femininity in without coming off kind of too hard.
I think we could spend the entire interview on this point, because I see some women saying, "What is Angelie saying? The two are not really exclusive." I love the fact that you're making the point, but I know there are some folks who would want to debate it with you.
Absolutely,
it's just an important point, right?
Women, but yeah. For me, it's striking the balance. For me, there's a time and a place for everything. And for me as well, like I said, the very important thing is dress the way you want to be addressed.
Yeah.
And I think we've placed the responsibility on others to address us the way we want, but the responsibility actually falls on us to let them view us in the way that is appropriate to address us.
Yeah, to lead the narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Exactly. But I mean, it's for me, it's the most important thing is to dress appropriately. That's a start.
Right.
Is dress appropriately for the occasion, for the job type. The word appropriate means suitable and proper for the circumstance. Okay. I am in construction, and as much as I like to dress up and wear my pretty clothes and my heels, I don't go on construction sites in high heels and long flowing skirts. Mm-hmm. I wear clothes that is appropriate for then. And of course, when I'm going out or when I'm doing this interview, you asked me to wear purple and green in honor of International Women's Day, and I've done that. It's dressing appropriately for the workplace, for your job title, for your job function.
Yeah.
For the dress code, a lot of companies have dress codes and they're stipulated and they're there for a reason.
Correct.
And it's for us to observe them.
Love them.
So
invest in your professional self, you're saying too.
It's very important, and it's not very expensive, and it's not difficult to do. You just have to invest in a couple wonderful staples, things that will last, things that you can wear over and over, things that you can mix and match and switch around. You need proper shoes. You have to invest in proper and appropriate shoes for your work. You have to invest in a good bag, a work bag that can fit your laptop, it can fit your little snacks, your lunch, your wallet, your purse, everything that's required. Invest in those things as opposed to a number of multiple things, different things. Choose colors like black, brown, and a flesh tone. Those tones and grays, those are very neutral, and you can mix and match them, and you can wear them with countless outfits. And you could also I find that layering is the best example for work people. If you invest in a really set of nice blazers, separate as opposed to single pieces like a sheet dress. Even though a sheet dress is great, if you invest in a few blazers and sweaters, you can mix and match, and that's appropriate. A couple of nice blouses, and then one day you can wear the pants with a shirt, with a jacket on it, without the jacket, with a sweater. You just do a lot of layering, and that goes a long way. Okay. Pencil skirts. I think the thing that people must remember is that you're to dress for your body type, and sometimes that may require tailoring. You may purchase something that you really love, but it doesn't fit you properly. Don't be opposed to getting it tailored to fit your body. So if you're very thin, for example, and you found the smallest size that you possibly can, you can have a tailor alter it to fit your body. And if it fits you properly, then you actually look better and you feel better. But I think we're going to the extreme where we're tailoring a lot of the clothes to our bodies. And if you're very curvy, as women in the Caribbean are, we're going for very ultra tight as opposed to just skimming our body. A lot of sheet dresses are meant to skim your body. It's not supposed to pronounce every inch of your body. And so what we're doing is we're kind of overdoing it, where we're shortening skirts, opening up vents, which are the slits in the skirts. We're making them tight and sucking onto our body. There's a time and a place for that. That's appropriate for a cocktail reception. It's appropriate for the staff party. It's appropriate for if we're going out on the weekend, but it's not necessarily appropriate for work. Because I think what we have to realize, if we want people to take us seriously, we have to remove the responsibility, the burden of responsibility from them to see us the way we want. We have to project the way we want them to see us. Okay. So those are a lot of things that we have to bear in mind.
All right, we have to go. I'm getting to wrap shortly. Be mindful of, finally, your carriage and your posture. You just mentioned body type, color choices, and accessories.
Right. Accessories, you don't want to overdo it in the workplace. Nice, stately earrings. Everything, there's a time and a place for everything. So I know for me why I love to dress up. I have all the things that I need for when I need them, but they're always appropriate to what I need them for, and what is their function and where they're appropriate for. And that's essentially what we want the women to realize, that we have to remove the burden from others to take us seriously by first presenting ourselves seriously and in a serious way and the way we want to be.
Dress how you want to be addressed. That's my key takeaway. Thank you very much, Angelie. Appreciate your time this morning. Quick tips.
Happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you to you too. Appreciate it. Etiquette, grooming and deportment consultant, Angelie Spencer, on how to dress for success. Now you look great. So up next is the advice to keep you leveling up. Please stay with us. We're back with more after this.